Welcome back. I know you and your friends had some fun practicing some of that stuff that we shared with you. We're going to go on to even more fun things right now. Joining us for this segment is Sensei Ralph Howard. Sir. Now, we spoke about the strikes, we spoke about the blocks, the two patterns, and we started you off on how to combine those. But I want to give you more ideas on how to develop more complex responses to incoming attacks. And like many things in the martial arts, the way to develop complexity is to start out with what is simple. Okay, so for example, these two gentlemen are just standing here as potential attackers. And they might be in a fighting stance, take a fighting stance. And they're not going to attack. What I'm going to do is execute the 8 basic strikes, but I'm going to work on some additional strikes that you need as part of your fighting arsenal, which aren't part of the 8-strike pattern. Okay, so for example, you might start off with one of the basic strikes and come across with a butt strike. See, the butt strike is an essential strike that you can use all the time, but it isn't directly part of one of the 8-strike pattern. Okay, so you might be moving about your partners, working different kinds of strikes, and the butt strike pops up. Or you might hear a sound from behind and do a poke from behind. This is a very effective attack. See, he might grab my collar or my neck. I might do a butt strike low, see the target head, and poke straight into it, driving him off into a wall. So the poke becomes very important. Now, you know about the poke going straight in. What I'm talking about is the poke behind your back, over your shoulder, into the camera. Okay, all those are possibilities. Now, the way to set these up is to have several friends work with you and just move about. This is called the dance of striking, or the striking dance, or the universal striking kata. Take your positions, gentlemen. Just execute slowly. Now, you might want to do this with a practice stick. We're using a regular stick here. Sir, why don't you pass me the practice stick out here, if you will? Thank you. And I'll let you do that. Just for safety, okay? Hitting. 1, 2, 3. Remember that 1, 2, 3 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Poke, strike, butt, hammer, poke, coming across, thrust, slash, 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 butt, see it? Butt, poke, poke, as he moves, poke, strike, hit, shift, stab, hammer. So I think you have an idea about the possibilities. Now, we talked about a 1, 2, 3 count a second ago. Watch. Right hand forward, left hand forward. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Develop that pattern for yourself. It creates thousands of interesting combinations. You could do it inside, and you could do it outside. For example, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Always develop that cadence. And then over time, just relax, gentlemen, over time, you'll develop a sequence where everything you do is a 3-strike pattern. You'll never just be doing 1 strike. You'll be seeing 2 strikes ahead at all times. So develop that skill within yourself. Slashes, through a punch, sir. See the slash? Slash, these are called slashing hits. Practice it with your partners. Throw a kick, slash, slash, punch, slash, slash. They work to the head. You attack, sir. Slash, slash. And now I'm back to the basic pattern. He comes in. 1, 2, 3. Now, slash, poke. He comes in. Hammer. Slash, hammer. He comes in. Poke, hammer, trap. Thank you, sir. Gentlemen, thank you. I think you've got enough to sink your teeth into. Take what you just learned, combine it with what you learned over the past week and a half, put it all together, then let's move on to the next place. The stick is devastating in the way it reinforces pressure points and joint locks. And that's really the essence of how you can use it in more complex tactical situations. But how to learn this is not quite so simple. So we're going to give you a way to learn 6 or 7 joint lock techniques using the short stick that you can learn quickly, practice with your partner, and essentially master in a couple weeks. So going right to the lesson here, you'll just have a partner who's working with you, and you'll start out simple. Partner is standing, pretty much dummy target, though he's not a dummy, of course. Take your partner's hand, the opponent's hand, turn it over. Now this is normally a bent wrist lock, reinforcing it with the stick. And you can tell immediately the level of pain and pressure that picks up as soon as the stick touches. See, the stick gives you a great deal of leverage that you don't normally have. Okay, so take that right now, copy what we're doing. We'll mirror, you be the mirror and we'll be the original. Take your partner's hand, or just do this in the air, that's fine. Take your stick and reinforce with pressure. And if you want to reinforce even more, you can dig the butt end of the stick into the pressure point between the 2 rear digits, or the number 4 and number 5 digit. It's a hot spot for the stick. Okay? So that's one move. Another move, coming across, taking your partner's left arm, using a stick to reinforce and amplify an arm bar. You can do it with the long end of the stick, or you can do it with the butt end of the stick. Either way is fine. Okay? Another technique, stand over here, sir. Using a stick to set up a triceps bar, reach through your opponent's arm, over the top, setting it up, all the way down. To control, and you can finish it however you choose to finish it. Okay, triceps bar. There's many possibilities that you can use. If he grabs my arm, this is called the over-under lock. And if you want to do something fancy, you can just release this hand and it'll snap into your apartment, into your opponent's facial target area as he descends to the ground. You can do that against one hand or 2 hands, and you can do it either way. You can do 2 hands simultaneously, or you can do either the top hand, or you can do the bottom hand. All those are possibilities too. He might grab, I'll go under and over and do it from an opposite direction. And you can take a look at this, see how I'm setting it up with my thumbs as support underneath. Okay. This is called the heart hand. So what I'm doing is I'm using my thumbs to apply pressure, opposing pressure to the stick on top, and driving my opponent to the ground with pain. Okay. And you can see basically it's a good control maneuver. You can follow up with attacks, with kicks, whatever you choose to do. And it goes on from there. You can do the reinforcing of the outside twist, using a bent wrist lock and using the stick to reinforce the twist. Now we'll talk about that again with some other techniques later on, but basically these concepts exist at all levels of stick work. From the short stick to the Arnis size stick, which is 28 inches long, to the cane, to the bow, and these concepts also carry over into knife fighting and sword fighting. So I wanted to share those final few moves with you before moving forward, because they will all come back later in the technique.